Perfect. Let me just start recording. It's going and turn on my camera, and I'll be here. All right, perfect. So you mentioned it's wild, right? Have you seen gold? That is wild.
You love gold.
Oh yeah, I love gold, man. How are you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Couple wins, couple losses. I'm break even for the day so far. No, nothing too crazy. Just trying to be patient. Right now, we're coming into a nice order block. Uh, yeah, couple wins, couple losses.
Nice.
Up, down, all around. Funky town. You know how it is. It's crazy volatility as usual. Uh, just trying to survive, right? Trying to survive, trying to participate while being safe. Well, gold's breaking out again. I did some TA on gold yesterday. What is your do you have a target for gold? I have one target for gold. I
What
want
is it?
I want you to my target
Huh?
for gold. Bro, I saw you drawing a stupid ass flag this morning. I'm going to give you credit. I saw you. Nah, you can't hide from me, bro. I seen you drawing some flag shit. I seen it. Yeah. You can't hide from
Right.
me, man. I seen it. I'm on to you, bro.
Let me
For
share it
me,
so they know what we're talking about.
okay, let's see your flag.
Yeah. All right. So this is gold. Just so you know, guys, Alex doesn't like flags if you can't tell. But I mean, this one, man, this is a pretty damn good flag, isn't it? I
It's a
don't
pretty
think that
good
we're gonna
flag.
be.
Yeah, it's pretty gay.
Oh man.
Oh, I love it,
Oh
bro.
shit. I love you too, man. And this is my target, right? I mean, this is a measured target, guys. I'm not saying that we're gonna hit it, right? But the chances there to play it, I mean, this is literature, right? What I believe we're gonna be doing is gonna be half-assing it. So I believe that we're gonna be hitting this one. Why? Because it pairs very quickly with this other one. So when we start accumulation on volatility, and that has to do with this is a concept in mathematics when you're doing probabilistic analysis. When you have a sporadic calculus, right? A sporadic anomaly that repeats over and over and over, it is not an anomaly anymore, right? So you need to factor it in. So that I think just because of this one, I mean, it's not like I have 5 of those targets, but I think that we're gonna be getting here for 3,369 for the end of the month. But are we talking about 2026 targets? Are we talking about 2025 targets? Like, what is the target that we're talking about, Alex?
I have a couple targets. I mean, I have a target all the way almost at $4,000. So, but
Holy shit. Holy shit.
uh,
Ah,
that's in
dude.
the. I have a target at 4,300.
All right.
I know it's crazy, right?
No, it's not.
Crazy.
It's actually not. No, it's not. Actually, and that's what I assume out. I mean, that makes total sense. And let me just guess how you're grabbing it because I believe I was doing something similar a couple of days ago. Not days, but maybe 2, 3 weeks. There we go. So we're looking for this flat area, right? This is a flat pause of bullish continuation. This is our breakout. So if we just measured, for example, something like this on our previous, oh, come on, this, on our previous flat and then run up, and I also can do this, right? I can maybe average up the next possible pump that I could be having, right? So let me just grab those, let me push them over here, right? This is the first one, and maybe this is the other one. We have already broken them, right? But we have to take a look at that. At this point, this is 2020 to 2023, right? So from 2023 to 2025, we already have taken the target. So if we're talking about 2025, this is it. We're gonna be making a range and then going or could be going to a breakout of that. There we go. That's not that far away. 4,300, 4,600. So I don't know if that's what you're looking at, or you're doing some Fibonacci's on the micro market, or I don't
Fibonacci,
know.
man. It's all about the
Fibonacci. I
Fibonacci.
knew it.
Trend-based fib. So a weekly time frame here. What we have here is we have the low right here at in 2015. Okay, so this low consolidation to the high over here in 2022 to the low right in here. You ready for the magic, OC?
Oh yeah, let's see it.
Look at the level we just hit. Okay,
Uh-huh.
this is my main fib for this. So we hit first of all. Okay, we hit our 786 perfectly. Boom, tap. Okay, then we come and consolidate at our 1-to-1. Boom, tap. Okay. Now look at this. Are you ready? I don't know if you're ready.
Holy shit, golden pocket.
1618, perfect tap. Okay, our 236. We also hung around right here. I was looking in here. Look at that. Now the target up above, the 4,001. It's right here, 4315. 2618, right? So that would be a big target. But look, I think like you said, consolidation. So I would say consolidation between here and here.
No, a little bit higher.
36 to here, right?
Right.
But yeah, hitting our 1618 is a very, very big move considering this is so overextended. So coming back, like you said, and ranging in here would be my guesstimate, in here, or even a little bit higher, but somewhere in here. And then this is obviously, I would say this is down the road, depending on how bad the bear market is. Because this could be, if the bear market's really bad, we could be at 4,000 in a blink. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So, but
almost one
perfect
cut
hit
candle
here.
there.
But yeah, a busy trading day. Let's go and check it out over here. So looking for the short right now, coming into a key order block right now. I haven't taken this trade. Very choppy morning. Okay, so I was able to. I took a long here. It got stopped out. Then I took a long again. Made 500. Then I took a short in here. I got stopped out for another 500. So I was down 250. Then I took a long here, up 200. Then I took the retest right here of the previous high, like we had yesterday. Look at that, perfect tap. And then made another like 400 off of that. So I'm up like 300, pretty much break even for me today. It's been a choppy world, man. Choppy world. But at the end of the day, I managed my risk and I'm in profits, right? So winner, chicken dinner, but very, very, I'm not a fan. Last week, it was super volatile, but the price action was much more, I would call it fluid, meaning like it's not doing this so much and then pop and then this chop and pop. It's more, this past couple days has been very much, even yesterday when we look at yesterday, like yeah, we were able to long in here yesterday. That was a great trade yesterday, but fake out dump. Okay, I was able to take the retest here. I was able to short here, but look at the chop, man. Look at how choppy this is, right? Not easy. Not easy price action. Again, chop, dump, chop. Like this is a chop for a good like half an hour, then dump, chop, dump, right? So it's been very, very choppy. And sometimes it's best to stay out of price action like this. But as we're speaking right now, we have a little bit of a top going on here. What I want to see is I really need to see a break of structure if I'm going to short this thing. So no trade for now. Just looking here at Bitcoin though on like let's look at a 45 minute. Just really kind of analyze this where we are right now. And we can clearly see, we rolled over quite aggressively yesterday, so we should expect a little bit of relief. I thought we would roll over after our shitty flag here, but didn't happen. We have since popped. Okay, so for now we are range bound, right? We are range bound, so we want to treat this like a range. If we're going to do that, we should pull some volume in here, and you can see where we're hitting our head right now is the point of control of the range, right? So possible resistance here. I just want confirmation in order to justify going short up in here. But I do think there's a good possibility of us coming down to about 81,400. That's kind of where I got my eyes set on for now. Golden pocket, liquidity zone. Okay. But for now, we're range bound, which is good. A nice pushback here, grabbing some of this liquidity of the shorts yesterday. And be very well aware, like this is just round trip price action, right? So holding this line here would be really good though. If we hold 84,300, it's a big volume node. So zooming it on the 4-hour here and just looking at this generally. Okay. That we can see that as long as we're holding above the value area low, which is 81,000, but you can see here we have this big ass booby or whatever Piper calls it, nipple. Okay. So as long as we're holding above this area here, which we are right now, it's pretty good. Pretty bullish in my opinion. Okay, so we are pushing right now, preparing for shorts, but you can't fade the momentum, right? You try to get into the long and participate. I got a bit of a cold, but right now you need confirmation in order to justify a short. Otherwise, you're looking to get on the trend. Okay, and the trend is up right now. If I was going to yeah, so the order block in here is something I'm interested in. If we go out on like a 30-minute here, we can see we have this big order block in here that is currently being filled. There's a soft one here. There's another big one up top here. And then I think it might be the 45-minute here. And then if we're going swing high to swing low, there it is. Big loud order block. Okay. And then swing high to swing low. Just above that, we have our golden pocket. So be aware of that as well, that we could just push through here, hit our golden pocket, reject, and then come back down, even for a higher low and continuation out. But right now, this is pretty bullish. So, and we had a very demented balloon dog this morning, if you wanted to call it that. But VWAP holding up nice, right? Holding up nice. We got long off the VWAP. Probably should have flipped long again. That's all right. Take the money. Break even trading day. So patience will prevail. Just kind of waiting right now to see what this does. To me, this is overextended. So you can see our oscillator clipping up top here, clipping up top here, right? So constantly pushing, right? All we want is this, right? Bear div, right? Very simple. No need to chase this price, okay? And you don't need to catch the top. You just need to be patient, in my opinion, for now. Good volatility, but remember, it's very choppy. Like if I zoom in here, we look at this whole move up. Chop, 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 push, chop, 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 push, chop, 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 right? So we're going to get bear divs eventually here, right? Where we are getting lower highs and higher highs. So, but it's that mitigation, the mitigation, retrace back down. That would be my ideal trade setup for now. So I just wait and wait and wait. And that's what you can do if you are waiting, like I like to wait. You can mark out a low like this and set an alarm. That always helps me be patient. Okay, so you don't have to be staring at the screen all the time. The trade here was long. I mean, I got stopped out right here on my live stream. I mean, we longed, then we tried to short this down, reclaim VWAP, got out of that trade. But you had a retest continuation. You had a previous high breakout retest continuation. So there's been a couple opportunities to jump on this thing. It's not always easy though. It's not always easy. So for now, I'd be patient. Let's see where this gets to. If we're looking at anything like the Nasdaq's chopping VWAP right now, so it's not really going anywhere. We had the perfect balloon dog this morning, OC. Look, it failed though. Look at that. That's like a perfect Schnauzer Doberman pincher right there, man. And then it threw up on the carpet, you know. So sometimes it doesn't work. Can't be perfect. However, chopping VWAP here, holding 18.5 is critical for the NAS. And then the S&P rolled over, which is fine as long as the S&P is holding above this 5,300 area. I'm pretty happy with that. Considering we've bounced quite aggressively here, I would expect some chop before, the challenge level is going to be 5,600. That's going to be acceptance back into higher prices. If we zoom out here, we can see that's kind of this area in here. It's where we held a couple times. So if we can get back up and trade into there, that would be great. But right now, just a recovery and chop would be fine for me. A little bit of patience, okay? And that's what I'm looking at. What are you looking at, OC? You're muted, my friend.
Oh, I'm not. I just was showing you the box that doesn't fit the stuff that I'm gonna be trying to send you. So I need to find another bigger box, man.
I have lots of boxes. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I buy so much diapers.
Oh man!
I have a whole corner, like a pile, like it looks like a mountain.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
For me, when
Well,
Bitcoin's
then nice.
dumping.
Hey, by the way, very funny here, and I think funny and serious. A little fish comment: Trump will come up with something to throw a wrench into the market, dude. I'd actually picture him throwing the wrench into the candles. Yeah, man. I do see him doing it. There's a couple of things that I mean we could talk about. The commerce and everything else. If you assist to the Piper Academy show, not in YouTube, but on the Ask Me Anything on Discord, we talked about what could that strategy be like, right? And we talked about exactly that. So they're trying to collapse economy, not just to refinance, but also to corner China, right? Whatever China can come up with, well, not whatever, but in many cases, many things that China can come up with, it's not going to be enough for not to take over, right? So making that pressure, making China dilute a little bit could be what he's planning to do in order to not for real just bring all of the manufacturing back, but to spread it across the globe. In fact, today in the morning, Piper mentioned, you know what, a tariff took effect today. Well then, guys, here is your friendly neighbor, Mexico, that you can send it from China to Mexico. We open the boxes and stuff, and then we send it to you. So basically, and I think that's what's going to happen, right? Then we're gonna get tariffs also. Then there's gonna be manufacturing origin tariff and so on and so forth, right? But to a certain point where we're gonna be seeing maybe some, and I think, and this is my speculation, we're gonna be seeing an emergency meeting for the Fed to cut down the rates. What is it?
Yeah. Rate cut, yeah.
Exactly. So I don't think that we're ready yet for that. But as soon as you see emergency cut rate meeting, I think that will be your heads up, right? Heads up, guys. Things are getting serious, right? And we might be seeing the development of it. I'm gonna be getting something when we do the round robin round here. I'm gonna be pulling out a couple of videos, or one video in particular that I want you guys to follow, or at least to watch whenever you have time. This is one of the analysts that I follow on YouTube, and he breaks down hard things into simple ways, right? I usually kind of go with him because he gives me ideas on how to teach stuff. Not only that, he also has a very nice perspective of the macro global aspect. I might have a different take than him, right? But everyone has its own speculations. At the end of it all, I don't think that not even the countries involved know the actual outcome, because this is like chess, right? And let's not jump into, hey, I think Donald Trump is playing chess when everybody is playing checkers. I think they all know what might be happening here, but there's just limited ways that they can react to it, right? So the first one to take action, usually, and like my father would say, when you're in a fight defending yourself, the first one that throws a punches twice, right? So be careful out there. And I think that is basically what's happening. So US is throwing out the punch to be able to, or to get the opportunity to punch twice, right? So just throwing it out there. Let me jump into Bitcoin because, man, I am long and I am already on profits.
Let's go.
Let's see if that doesn't takes me out. What is it? Oh, successful.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So yesterday we were talking about this area right here. In fact, I actually draw a little triangle. Let me just zoom out a little bit because it will cut out the mess and also bring some cleanness, right? Or some sense to what we're looking for, right? First of all, I want to point out this trend line, right? That has been very, very important, right? And we talked about breakouts, right? What is a breakout? Basically, let's go and look at one breakout right here. Breaking through dynamic reactor big volume area, it takes a big body candle, right? Even look at that, trying to do a breakout takes a big body candle, right? So usually seeing that big body candle before and not a retest. That's why we wait for retest. We just don't go blindly because we could be buying the top, all right? Well, then we wait for that breakout and then off we go. There are other kind of breakouts like this, right? And this kind of breakout, it's a little bit different. Let me zoom in and bring chunky candles in here in the show. All right, so what we see here, and I know you're not gonna like this, it's a little flag, all right? This is a little bullish pennant. So the point with the bullish pennant is that when we start breaking through, well, then we do it with force, with strength, which adds to the breakout retest. So let's also take a look at how we break downwards. This is usually what we're looking for, right? Big body candle going through whatever, right? Big body candle going through whatever we're breaking out. Again, this is a secondary breakout with a pattern, with a bullish pattern, with a dramatic effect, all right? So like, for example, double tops, double bottoms, pennants, bull flags, bear flags, so on and so forth, you name it. Whatever it has a big outcome, right? Then we were looking at, after that trend line, we were looking at this broadening wedge, right? This one in the blue. So why? Because we had, and let me just also get rid of everything, we have this upgoing movement till here is a top down, based on a very weirdo Wyckoff analogy. Let me just bring it up also. Oops, sorry for that. Didn't mean to blind you that much. So, all right, whatever. Let's just go down here and let's just recap. This is it, all right? So what are we looking here? A little range V-shaped recovery. That gives us 70% chances of ranging. And our job, after having that 70% chances of ranging, is define inner range, AR and ST, inner range. That is going to be our profit margin. And then outer range on top and outer range at the bottom. That's going to be our entries. Once we start getting either stopped out, that means that we could be onto this spring, all right? If we take a look at here, range, V-shaped recovery, very weird Chernobyl motion there, so not actually as beautiful as we want to. That cuts down the percentage of ranging, still we range. So what we did, and let me just bring out another chart so you know, so you can have the proof of, and you remember how we've been tracking this for over a month. And let's see if this wants to load. Maybe if I turn, there we go. This is our outer range, inner range, outer range, areas of entry because of the volatility, right? This is not the only one. We also have to add different analysis right here. Let me see if that loads. No, that doesn't load. Whatever. This is the other range, right? What are we talking about? The point is that we knew the range was there. But also, we knew a possible thing was coming here. Yesterday, in the late class, when I was creating a new layer for my collection, which is this one, I actually realized...
He's got more
yeah.
toys. Be careful.
I have a full video breaking that down. But look at this. I don't know if you noticed.
I'm short
Shoulder.
by the way.
head and maybe another shoulder with a cricket up to the right neckline. Inverted head and shoulders with a neckline up to the right, right? So yesterday I was not only confirming that we could be going upwards in here, but also in the morning we had a little bit of confluence in here. Remember, it's not about your breakout, it's about your retest. Our next entry in here, then trying to take these highs, it did not play it out. We were reversing. Now I was telling you, hey guys, this is your possible next opportunity. Look at this trend line, look at this other trend line, and look at your dynamic reactor. This, for me, it is your triangle of entry. What happened? Triangle of entry. Today in the morning, flip of the ribbon, possible goose head, which means going up for then a further move to the downside. Still, if we go farther up and we take at least, at the very, very least, we take this high, I think in the next movement downwards, we could have a real chance to hold and then push to the next highs in here, and better yet, to my red dotted dashed lines right there. All right, so basically already in profits from this and this entry, whichever you want to take. It was basically exactly the same entry, so you miss nothing. At this point, I'm gonna be, if we close this candle in the green, I'm gonna be moving my stop to enter, or at least moving it shortly. So far I don't have my broker open, but so far I am somewhere like this. All right, if this is going to be TP number 1 for me, TP number 2, and TP number 3, which is trailing. All right, if for some reason I start turning back around, well then I'm gonna get stopped out if I move my stop to enter, which is fine. I don't care at this point. What I do care at this point is to preserve my money. And what I also looking at here, it is something that we already have talked about, and I don't want to ignore it. We are below the zero line. That's a fact. We're having high, higher high, and maybe we can have a lower high. That means rounded top. Rounded top means going lower. How lower, just God knows. But we can throw another trend line here and start predicting possible lows. All right. Also, much easier would be just bringing up order blocks. All right. But so far, this is where we're standing at this movement. That's what I got. That's what we're gonna be looking for. And fuck Ethereum, because Ethereum is flopping, man, once again. But nice. I mean, we saw that coming. Perfect. We have a couple of trend lines in here. It's not about the breakout. We're going for the retest. Oh, come on. The retest in here. And possibly off we go. The only thing that I'm not liking that much is that we have a reversal. And then we could be making that goose head, which is fine. It's going to be taking us to the trend line or to the dynamic reactor. Be careful on that dynamic reactor and trend line, because that is where you could be defining your next short or your next breakout retest. All right, so that is basically it. Let me just take a look at OM, because we have a news that they're going to be burning all of the teams OM. Man, I would be pissed, but because they have tracks of who sold, and then now they're trying to sell whatever they had under lock. I don't know. I don't think that that's gonna fix a 1,000, even higher. There we go. No, closer to 1,000, to 721 right percent there. So I don't know. Might be. I don't think so. But they're just trying to fix what is unfixable. A rug pull is just not fixable unless you are that guy that owns a spaceship company and a car company and something like that. Other than that, there's no
My hero.
coming back. What is it?
He's my hero.
I don't know, man. For me, it's sitting like how is that it's not a villain, but it's also not a hero? Anti-hero, yeah.
It's my
Oh
my
yeah.
favorite, bro. I like that he makes people cry.
Oh man,
by
he's
saving the money.
mean. Yeah. Oh, by sending them money? I've
Saving
seen.
the money, man. They're spending
Oh,
money on what? Dead people paying taxes to dead people.
oh no, yeah, yeah, absolutely, I agree with that.
The fuck?
Yeah, I
What?
completely agree with that, man. Completely. I thought you were saying because before, like in Tesla, he just used to mess with their employees, like, hey, please be ready for tomorrow's important meeting, and there was no meeting, and then he just quick answering, so the
You
guy
do
was just
that to me all the
panicking.
time, man. You say,
Do
"Oh,
I?
be here, you be here, be there." I'm
Me?
kidding. I'm
Really?
kidding. Are you short, bro, or what?
Am I short now? Like short? No, I'm not.
No, not yet. Golden pocket, sweep of the high, order
Oh,
block,
but you are on what? On 5 minutes? Let's see it.
15-minute.
15 minutes? I'm at the 4 hours. I'm still holding.
Oh my god, it's too long. I don't know how you do it. You must have a. Oh, it's because you have a siesta. That's why. You can go and have a. Do you have siesta? I thought you worked 24/7, bro.
No, no, no. I do have some breaks in here now and then. But I usually sleep from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. Everything else is just work.
That's crazy.
Oh, but still preparing. I want to get to where you are, my friend. That's what I'm working with.
You'll get there.
Absolutely. But I need to put on the work. That's why.
Compound the account, baby. Compound. I started with a $1,000 account, man, 3 years ago.
Nice.
You can
That's
do it.
awesome.
I know you got the
Absolutely.
skills.
Oh, the only thing is that, oh, by the way, if you guys don't know, this 19th, I'm going to get married. Finally, I'm going to sign away my rights, my human rights. Yay!
Yay. She's gonna take everything.
Take it all, baby. Take it all.
That's it. That's what
And
I said to her. You can have it all, baby. You'll never,
nice.
ever get my ledger.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Have it
that's the
all.
one. Take my wallet, leave my ledger, please.
Yeah, go ahead. Here, take it all. Fiat. Take all the fiat you want.
Oh, let me search for that YouTube guy that I want to show you. In the meantime, Alex, do you want to show anything else before we I don't know start wrapping the class up?
Yeah, so we can go over some altcoins maybe. Take a look here if you want. We're looking for a couple things to hold yesterday. Some of them didn't. Okay, it's just how it goes. Sui, pump it up here. Actually, damn. Oh, never mind. It held, bro. Okay, okay. Sui, Sui's up 3%. So we were looking at this level yesterday, trying to come back up here. We had this trade, but this one here. So that's pushing up. Nice bottoming structure in here. Look at all the bull divs, man. It's too easy, right? A lot of the time as a trader, if you don't see it on Bitcoin, you can see it on an altcoin. Look how obvious this is going to pump, right? Very obvious. It may not be obvious on Bitcoin, but you go to something else, right? We look at, Bitcoin on the same thing. Not as obvious, is it? Right? It doesn't look as obvious in here, does it? But you look at Sui, right? It's like, man, this thing's gonna pump. Look at it. Boom, 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 bull div, right? So that's a little hack you can use as well, is that you can, because Bitcoin dominance is so high right now, right? You can go on stuff like Solana. You can go on stuff like Link. I'm still looking lower for Solana, but seems like we're reclaiming. But you got bull divs in here, continuation, exhaustion at the bottom. Okay. Solana, if it holds 128 here, could be a potential long, right? Retest continuation. So I would look for If I was to look at this for long, it would be a retest of previous highs. Let's just pull the volume in here quickly. Yeah, so I'd be looking right here for Solana to hold. Because I'm expecting a bit of a pullback for Bitcoin, right? So pullback for Solana into the highs here. Volume node here. What else do we got? Yeah, that would mean dynamic reactor would come in here too. 1 hour. Predictive ranges. It's this one. Let's go 30-minute. Yeah, because Bitcoin hitting golden pocket order block. Okay, it's done a good job. This might want to come a bit lower, so let's look a little bit lower here. 126. Okay, that's where I'd be looking for Solana. 126. If we're going to continue for that, higher low and go. Looking to target up to premium here. Okay, so 133, 135. Nice little move for Solana. Keep that in mind. Sui, obviously bottoming structure. So how do you get back into this? Well, you're looking for a retest continuation. Same deal, okay? So you're going to be looking for this retest on a lot of your tokens. Critical support. You want to see, yeah, a lot of these things look the same. So they all have rolled over after yesterday. The alts bleeding out. Link looking a bit better here. Look for Link to hold 12.25. Try to push up to that money flow point of control, that equilibrium. That would be nice too. So looking for a continuation. Now I do want to warn you. Okay, it's nice to look for continuation trades. Okay, but I've been looking for this short down to 81. So if we do not get the reaction for a bounce, like I'm looking for the retest continuation, like I just showed you on all those altcoins, right? Then you're looking for this to roll over. Okay, so be very cautious trying to take that trade. But we are looking for a retest continuation for now, because this has pushed back up. So we're looking for a higher low and go. Okay, because it's still within this range. Okay, if you start breaking down, you're coming at 81. So be well aware of that and be safe, because it's choppy and it's scammy and it's all over the place. So that's what I'm looking at.
Absolutely. So I got it right here, what I wanted to show you guys. Let me just get it on my screen really quickly. There we go. And I'm also going to be showing you or sending you the link. So here it is. Whenever you have a chance, go watch this video. I think it's very informative. This is talking you through what's going to happen in real life scenarios, right? We all said, you know what, if you do tariff, it's going to impact your people, right? Things 1 or 2 years ago, good stuff. Yeah, it's good stuff, actually. Very, very well explained. And then, for example, he goes ahead and tells you, yeah, it technically costs to your people, but who sells that, right? Who's taking the risk first? And that usually is American companies. So they usually push it back. They go back and forth unless they pay on front, and then they get a very bad whiplash from you, the customer, right? So he goes ahead and explains how everything is going to be playing out. It also explains the monetary system. What are the options that China has to counteract the tariff? What can they do? And then basically it's just a waiting game to see what route they're going to be going through, right? So this is chess. There's a million ways to do moves, right? So depending one move, then you have to open up to the next position, right, to see what's going to be their move. So everything's going to start collapsing to an outcome, but there's just no way to predict which is going to be the outcome, because we don't know what the other party is going to be doing when one does A and the other one has 1 through Z to select, right? And then if they choose X, what are the other ones going to do, right? Again, one A to Z, right? So it's just a mess at this point, but this is going to be giving you a clear perspective on what's going on out there in the world. And yeah, I mean, without further ado, thank you so much, guys, for joining today. We have another show upcoming in a couple of hours. Hopefully, you guys can jump also in that one. If not, remember that, guys. We appreciate you guys being here, and I guess I will see you tomorrow. Alex, anything else?
Trade safe. Bitcoin gonna go to the moon, but not just yet. Okay. So,
Absolutely,
be
guys.
prepared. Chair Powell, 1:30.
Perfect.
He's speaking.
Nice. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and as always, see you guys tomorrow.